Hiya! So welcome to our channel, The Two Disney Guys. If you're new, hi, I'm Adam.
Adam, yeah.
Yep, so this is a new series, so it's the top... So today is the top 10 tips for Tokyo Disney Resort, and it's part of a new series of like top 10 tips of all the parks that we've been to and going to.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with our top 10 tips.
Yeah, so should I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
So at number 10 in our top 10, we thought money, because obviously Japan, depending where you're coming from, for us it's a different currency completely. Yeah. And we weren't very well versed in the exchange rate.
Yeah.
So we've mentioned this before, if you've seen some of our other videos, we thought we were spending less than what we actually were, which actually did lead to us going over budget. So we don't really like talking about how much money we spend, but this isn't showing off. It's not to like brag, oh we spent this much. People have asked us a lot, how much should we take away with us, like how much would you recommend, how much did you spend? So we were in Tokyo and Tokyo Disney for like 7-day trip, but one of the days was travelling.
Yeah,
so we was in Tokyo for 6 days. We did 2 days in Tokyo City and 4 days in Disney, and overall we spent between £2,000 and £2,500, which sounds quite a lot, but we did budget for less than that. But like I say, we weren't very good at the exchange rate.
And the merch there was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So the Disney part was probably most of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But that isn't just on merchandise, that's on like food and the travel. So yeah, we would say it depends on how much you want to spend. You can't really recommend how much to take, but bare minimum, we always try and budget for around £100 English pounds a day for food and drink, and then anything extra is whatever you want to buy, like merch wise. So yeah, take some cash, because that's something that we never do when we go away. We always use our Halifax Clarity because it gets really good exchange rates, doesn't it?
Really good.
But there were some places that you couldn't actually use your card, like on the transport, like the monorail, you had to use cash in the machine. So yeah, just get a little bit of cash. I'll take a little bit of cash with you just to be safe, because even some of the stores in Disney, the snacks carts, some of them didn't accept card either, did they?
No, they weren't that like expensive either, were they? The snacks there.
No, they weren't. So you don't really need to take much cash, but it is good to take some with you. And one thing to be aware of is, were you under the impression that Tokyo was going to be a lot cheaper than all of the parks?
We were.
Just from what other people had said. But having been to all of them now other than Cali, it wasn't the cheapest. For us, Hong Kong still, and Shanghai are just almost equal, but Hong Kong came across as the cheapest to us in both food and merchandise. Tokyo is weird because some things seemed a lot cheaper, like the food and the snacks and stuff like that, especially compared to places like Disneyland Paris, but the merchandise seemed to be a little bit more, probably cheaper than American and Paris, but it was more expensive than the other Asian parks, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so that's just something to be aware of.
Yeah. So number 9 is clothing. So every day we were doing on average like 28,000 steps, which is a lot for anyone, especially us. So wear comfortable shoes like trainers. Maybe if you are getting new shoes for the parks, wear them first. Don't let the first time you wear them be like in the park, because you'll be in so much pain. So yeah, just wear like your most comfortable shoes. Trainers, don't wear like really uncomfortable shoes if they look nice. And also dress like not like appropriately, but like for the weather. Because we went in May, and it was so hot. Even on the day where it was torrential all day, it was still really hot. So we just wore like a short t-shirt and shorts. Don't wear long jeans because it's so humid and you'll get so sweaty. And also we wouldn't wear like a coat or a jacket either. So even if it is that torrential rain, don't like judge it and think it's cold. It wasn't, was it?
No, it was still hot.
So before we went, we bought a Pack-A-Mac from Uniqlo, and they were really good, weren't they? Until one day where it was just seeping through because it was like so wet. So we bought a poncho in the park, and that did the job.
And a brolly.
Yeah, and a brolly. The only thing with the ponchos though is in Tokyo you have to take them off like in between rides. So when you are getting on and off.
In between rides, you're on the rides.
Like getting on the ride, you have to take them on and off, and it's not a big job, but when they're like dripping wet,
you ended up getting more wet taking it off, didn't you?
Yeah. So yeah, just wear like comfortable clothing, like comfortable shoes, and yeah, don't dress so impressed. Just wear your favourite Disney t-shirts, and just pack up.
And the good thing about the Pack-A-Mac was that even when it was sunny, because we've heard that the Tokyo weather's like quite changeable, isn't it?
Yeah.
We just always had it in our bag, and it's just small, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So our number 8 tip is another question we get asked all the time, like how many days should we do? How many days? So it was our first trip. If you're going for your first trip, we would say probably Tokyo Disney Sea. 2 days is definitely enough to get it done.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, we're talking for when we went in May, so crowd levels obviously fluctuate throughout the year, but 2 days would have definitely been enough for Disney Sea, but I would say I would like to have done 3.
Yeah.
We actually ended up doing 2.5 days there, but we did repeat some things, and we had enough time to chill and take in, because it's such a different, beautiful park, we had that time to take it in.
Yeah.
So I would say 2 to 3 days, 2 minimum, and 3 would be plenty. In terms of Disneyland, I would say 2 is more than enough. 2 is definitely enough.
Yeah.
We ended up doing 1.5 days there, because there were some rides that we didn't do because we chose not to. Things like the Jungle Cruise, which we don't enjoy, and then things like Peter Pan and Snow White and Pinocchio that we've done so many times, and we know it's not that different there. So if you do want to make sure you get those done, maybe do spend a little bit more time, but the 1.5 days was enough for us to do everything that we wanted to. So we bought the 4-day tickets. Like I say, we did 2.5 days in Disney Sea and 1.5 in Disneyland, and it was definitely enough.
Definitely enough.
And we did have time to just chill, and it wasn't a constant rush, was it?
No.
One thing I will say is an extra little tip. So our tickets were A4 size, and it does say on there how to fold it, so that you can scan the QR code in the FastPass machine. But I would say don't order them online before you go, and buy them while you're there. If you're in a Disney partner hotel like we were, or a Disneyland hotel, you're guaranteed tickets, so it's no pressure.
No.
It just means that it'll fit in your pass holder, and it's easy to scan on the FastPass machine, because like Adam said, one of the days was rainy, so you can actually see like the water damage on the corners of this one. So yeah, that's just an extra little tip.
So number 7 is guides. So any Disney park, there's always like piles and piles of guides, so make the most of them, especially in Tokyo because there's so many. And a big one was the Today guide. So one does come in English, but it's just like a generic.
It looks like someone's printed it out.
Yeah, black and white print out, and it does have all like the time shows and parade, like parade times, in there. So that is like really handy. But the main one, which is like quite nice, like souvenir, and it has got like a lot more detail, and you can sort of like figure out certain things. But the Japanese one, and that comes in like colour, like a proper.
It's like we just took one because it was nice to keep.
Yeah,
and
as was the Easter time, so it's all themed to Easter. But on the back there is it's their schedule, and it tells you where it is.
Even though it's in Japanese, I mean you can pretty much work that out.
And on this side was all the merch for Easter, so we could then see like what we wanted, if we did want anything like in any of the shops. It's got all the prices on there, so we could like budget things.
It's got like Easter exclusive like snacks and food on there as well.
Where to find all them. So that was really handy. And then there was also the monorail, so like the first and last one for that, the like timetable, all the like stops, like what that it stopped at.
Again, that was more to keep rather than it being that useful.
Yeah, we didn't really need that one, did we? And that was just like a little game you could play. We didn't actually do it because we didn't. We did have time, didn't we? But we just didn't do it for some reason. So you just like get like, little stickers and go around the parks. Cute little game. And then we actually picked this one up at the airport, didn't we?
Yeah.
So while we were on the limousine, we could sort of like have a look at the like around the maps and all like the hotels and times and things. That was like just like a quick little idea. And then there's also one for foods and goods. So that was just all like the exclusive things for the time we were there, all the restaurants, all the little foods. We could also see in them there as well. We prepared quite a lot of the snacks on there, didn't we?
Yeah. Cool.
And then again, just park maps. So these are just a specific maps to each park. We actually only kept a Disney Sea one for some reason, and we use these to like plan our way around for like each meal, for snacks, for fast passes. So they're a massive part of the trip, aren't they?
Yeah, especially because it was our first time in Tokyo, and Disney Sea is totally different to like the usual Disneyland parks. It was a bit disorientating at first on our first day, wasn't it?
Start, did we?
No.
But they're a massive, massive help because they have everything, like every detail in there. Like whatever question you have is in there, and like some things we couldn't read ourselves. So, for example, we couldn't find where to buy the Pandora charms, could we?
Yeah.
So we asked a cast member, and they just got the little marker out and drew exactly where to go. So that was really helpful.
They drew the route on the map and circled it, didn't they?
So definitely get loads of these when you go, and ask anyone and they'll explain any of them if you can't find it.
Yeah. So number 6 on the list is unique experiences in Tokyo Disney Resort, which sounds very broad, but we wanted to mention a couple of things.
Yeah.
First being the lottery, which is, I don't think it's in any other park, is it?
I don't think so.
None of the ones we've been to, unless it's in California. And that's where you scan your tickets similar to the Fast Pass, and you choose a show and a showing, and you get put into a lottery because the shows are really, really like popular, aren't they? So then, if you are successful, you get priority tickets to the show, and you get to definitely see the show. You can just walk up and hope for walk-in seats, but I think people get there a couple of hours in advance, and it's very like difficult to do that. So we actually didn't see a couple of the shows like Big Bang Beat, was it?
No, we didn't see that.
So that is something to be aware of. So we went there knowing that we might not see all the shows, so we weren't disappointed.
No.
So yeah, that's something to definitely be aware of. And actually doing a lot is quite fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Until you hear the ooh that you've not won. But yeah, that's definitely something to do. And the second thing that's unique to the Tokyo Disney Resort, and we think that you should experience, are games.
Like loads, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was like carnival games. So you pay 500 yen, and you get to have a go at like a puzzle game, like rolling a ball and trying to get it up onto a ledge, and like those kind of games. So it was cheap and it was fun, and we did all of them. And if you don't win, so if you win, you get something cool like a big plush or something exclusive that says Tokyo Disney Resort. So we were like desperate, but we didn't win. But if you don't win, you get an exclusive pin or keychain, or so you still get.
It's a win-win.
It's win-win. So, and you pay more than 500 yen for a pin, don't you? So it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah. So number 5 is fast passes, and in Tokyo Disney Sea and Disneyland, this was like a really important thing because it's a really busy park. Any time of the day really, in rain or shine. So we made the most of these, and in Tokyo it's like an old-fashioned style like Disneyland Paris, where you get your park tickets and scan it into the machine and it prints out a fast pass to come back later. So we use these on the most popular attractions in each park. So in Disney Sea we went straight to Toy Story Mania, and the fast passes there went in the first couple of hours. So we went there first thing and came back. It was like an hour later,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it wasn't much later.
So we worked that out well. And we also did Tower Terror because they went quite quick and that was a really popular ride. So we would definitely recommend those two. And go to Toy Story Mania first. And then in Disneyland, quite a popular ride was the Monsters Inc. Hide and Go Seek. So we went to there first, got a fast pass, and then after that we used it on Pooh's Honey Hunt because it's the same ride as other parks, but it's got
But it's not.
it's got a different twist. That's a really, really good ride. So definitely make the most of them. And also, so the fast passes tell you when to use the fast pass, but then on the bottom of the ticket it tells you when you can get a new one. So at certain times we had 2 or 3 fast passes on the go at once. So they were really making the most of our day because then we could plan our lunch and teas around that, or snacks or rides, couldn't we? So we loved that.
I think one day we had 6 or 7, didn't we?
Yeah, we got quite a few done in one day, and then there was also someone who gave us one, didn't they, on their birthday? And
Oh yeah, we got a free
Yeah.
fast pass off a cast member.
So that was really nice. So you can't pre-plan Tokyo Fast Passes like Walt Disney World. You have to do it there and then. So just go to your must-dos first. So our must-do was Toy Story Mania and Monsters Inc. So always you got to put things, plan what you do want to do most.
So that leads on nicely to number 4 in our list, which is where to head first, and planning where you want to go first. So when you get to the park, it's very busy first thing. So, and everyone does seem to be heading in the same direction.
Yeah, they do.
So, like Adam said, in Disney Sea, if it's on your first day and if you only got one day, head straight to Toy Story Mania and get a fast pass because they go really quick.
They do.
By the time we went back to use our fast pass, which was at 10:30, they were all gone. So you do definitely need to get that one early, and then you can go on to do whatever you want. Like we did Tower of Terror next because it was right next to it, or you can go to Journey to the Centre of the Earth because the queue will be short that first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Or Sinbad, which is a ride that's individual to Tokyo Disney, and it's my favourite ride in the whole world now. So yeah, that's where we go first in Disney Sea. And then in Disneyland, the first place to go to, I would say, is Monsters Hide and Go Seek.
Yeah.
Because that's, as you go into the park and go right to Tomorrowland, you come to that quite early, so you can get a fast pass quite quickly. And if you carry on straight in the same direction, you come to Pooh's Honey Hunt. So what we did on both days that we went there in the morning, we got our fast pass from Monsters Inc., carried on and went straight on to Pooh's Honey Hunt while the queue was small. Actually, one day we couldn't because it was down in the morning, that was the plan. So yeah, but alternatively, you could also go straight to Pooh's Honey Hunt, get a fast pass, and then go straight on to Monsters Hide and Go Seek.
Yeah.
I think either of those would be okay, but I'd say get those 2 rides done first thing because they're the most popular and the queues get the biggest.
Definitely. So number 3 is parades and shows, which were a really popular part in both parks. And they actually have announcements because people get there that early and sit on the ground with their mats and put all their plushies out, and they say you can't sit down till an hour before or get anything out. But people were arriving hours before. As soon as we got into Disney Sea, people were going and waiting for the first show at 10:30, and it was only 8 o'clock. But because we were so busy, we only really turned up 5 minutes before. And because everyone at the front sits down, people behind stand up, so we could still see everything perfectly. And on our first Disney Sea day, we arrived to Fantasmic quite early and went in the seated spot, didn't we?
Yeah, because people were sat down, it was an hour until showtime, wasn't it?
So we assumed it'd be a really good spot, but it actually wasn't, was it? Because it's all level, no one's raised. We actually missed quite a lot because we went on the second time. Where did we stand? It was
So when you walk into the park and looking at the volcano, we went to the left.
Yeah, on a bridge, and it was an amazing spot, wasn't it?
It was really, and there was so much, it was oh my god, I didn't see that last time.
Yeah, we saw so much more. It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, really, really good. That was
it.
Yeah. So the number 2, the second on our list, is arrived there early, so just said where to go first, and it's busy at the morning, and it is. So before we went, we heard stories of people getting there 2 to 3 hours early.
Yeah.
And Adam wouldn't let me do that because he wanted to do his beauty sleep. So we got there an hour early, and obviously we went in May. So like I said before, the business level, the crowd level, it fluctuates throughout the year. But for us, an hour early was fine, wasn't it?
Because we just missed, what was that holiday in Japan?
Golden Week.
Yeah, we just missed that, didn't we?
Yeah, so apparently it takes a little bit of a dip in crowd levels then, so that might be why. So an hour early was enough for us.
Yeah.
But if you are staying in a Disney hotel, not a partner hotel like us, if you're staying in an official Disney hotel, you can have an extra 15-minute early access. I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah.
But 15 minutes to us, we were like, 15 minutes, like what is the point? But actually it would be so beneficial because you can go in there, get your first fast pass, say Toy Story Mania, beat the rush to get there, and then just go on to do other things. So I think it would have been beneficial.
Definitely.
So yeah, top tip, number 2 on our list is just to get there early.
Definitely.
And be prepared to wait.
Yeah. So top of our list was obviously food related, and it's snacks. And we had so many, didn't we? We made the most of the snacks there.
Yeah, this is our top tip because this was probably the highlight of our trip.
Yeah, like some of our days, we just ate all day.
Yeah, I think like the last vlog in the vlog series will link below the Tokyo trip series. It's just like
snack on a snack.
I was embarrassed watching it back because it was like
so greedy.
I was so greedy. It was like, oh, we're just having another snack. Oh, we're just having another snack.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just having another snack. I don't think we did a ride.
No. So like Tokyo and Disneyland and Disney Sea has so many like exclusive snacks, from like Mickey shaped churros to like Mickey shaped burgers and like,
pork rolls,
curry buns. Like there was so much, and like we were like going crazy off like those style like snacks, and other people were going crazy of like the turkey legs, and like the turkey leg was so popular, wasn't it? Not for us, but yeah, we tried it, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like so many like amazing snacks there.
So the number 1 tip is try as many snacks as you can fit in. Like as in fitting in time and also fit into your stomach.
Yeah.
Because there's so many you're gonna want to try. Like we're lucky because obviously we go with the 2 of us, so we can just get one between us. We can try everything, can't we?
Yeah. But there's just like loads of exclusive ones which you don't even see anywhere else. So definitely try them all.
Yeah, and we are going to do. So this is our planning hints and tips series.
Yeah.
We're going to do another series on food, and we're going to do a Tokyo snacks vlog, aren't we? So
definitely,
keep your eye out for that.
Yeah, keep your eye out. So yeah, so is that?
That's it. That's our top 10.
Yeah.
So should we do a quick recap?
Yes.
So in 10 was money and to take as much as you think you're going to need.
Yeah, 9 was clothes, and just to wear the most comfortable clothes and don't wear brand new shoes on your first day in Disney.
Yeah. Number 8 was we think a 4-day ticket is enough, but spend more into Disney Sea.
Yeah. Number 7 was guides, and pick up as many as you can and read them or ask cast members.
Number 6 was try out the unique experiences like the lottery, the games, and also exclusive rides like Sinbad.
Yeah. Number 5 was fast passes, and prioritise where you want to go first, and utilise them as much as possible.
Number 4 was plan where you're going first, and we recommend Monsters Inc. in Disneyland and Toy Story Mania in Disney Sea.
Yeah, and then number 3 was parades and shows. So just to get there, and you don't need to get there 2 hours early.
No. Number 2, contrary to that, is get to the park early, and make sure you're there for us at least an hour before.
Yeah, and number 1 was snacks, and to try as many as you can while you're there.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching
Thanks
the video.
for watching, and comment below if you want any like questions answered or anything like that, or any more hints and tips.
We've recently started a Facebook group and a Twitter page, so we'll put the links here, and please go follow them and engage with us on there. But obviously we're mainly on Instagram, and across all the platforms it's at the 2 Disney Guys.
Yeah, so thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Love you.